Hi friends, and thanks for clicking on this video. Today we are going to be making a cute crochet sweater for my family dog. Her name is Fulla. She's a Maltese. She's 8 years old. She's super cute and small, and I wanted to make a cute little sweater for her. So let's crochet one together. This is gonna be like a half tutorial. I'm gonna explain some things, but honestly, if you know how to crochet pretty much anything basic, this is gonna be a breeze for you. So let's get started. First, you're obviously gonna need your hook. This one I think is a 6.5, but you can use whatever size you want. And then you are going to need your yarn. I decided to go for this pink one that I had laying around. I'm not sure of its thickness, but again, this really isn't a serious project and you can use anything you want. The first thing that you're gonna do is create a slip knot. Everyone has a different way of doing it, but what I like to do is I like to have the short end on my right side and the long end on my left side. And I create a loop so that the short end is underneath the long side, and then grab the short end from inside the loop. And that gives you a slip knot. And then you just insert your hook into the slip knot and tug onto the short end. Next, you're going to chain however many chains you need for the width or circumference of your dog. My dog is pretty small, so I didn't need to chain that many pieces. If you don't know how to chain, first you grab your yarn however way is most comfortable for you. This is how I like to hold on to my yarn. And you yarn under and pull through your loop. And you just do that as many times as you need until you reach the length of the chain that you need. Once you have chained the circumference or the width of your dog, this is what your chain should look like. Mine ended up being around this long. And so this is how wide her sweater is gonna be from around her rib cage or her stomach. Next, you just wanna connect your chains together. So I inserted my hook into the very first chain I did, and I create a slip knot just to connect them together. Now you have the base of your sweater. Now you want to create a full row all across your first chain. I'm going to do half double crochets, but you can do, again, anything you want. I like doing half double crochets just because they're a little loose, but they also provide a nice amount of body, I guess. I don't know. For half double crochets, you're first going to chain one, and then you're going to yarn over, insert into your very next chain, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're gonna yarn over and pull through all 3. So we're just gonna do that again. Yarn over, go into the very next chain. It's always hard to do the very first row, I feel like. Yarn over, pull through, you have 3, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. One more time, yarn over your hook, go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, you have 3, yarn over, pull through all 3. And you just want to do this all the way around until you get to the next end. Now that you've completed your first row, you just have to crochet into your very last chain and then connect them. Again, I'm going to yarn over, poke into my very last chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then I'm going to find where I started, so right there. I'm going to insert my hook, pull through, and then pull through. So that was just a slip knot to connect everything together. Once you reach this point, you just want to crochet the length of your dog's sweater up until where it reaches their legs. So for me, that's about this much, honestly, because my dog isn't very big, but that'll change for everyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and crochet those rows and see you in a bit. Now that you're done with your length of your sweater, you're gonna start crocheting some room for your dog's legs. So for me, I'm going to cut this yarn off and I'm gonna start just crocheting on this side. So before you cut your yarn, this would be a really good time to make your dog try your sweater. I know my dog got really sick of me from making her try it on all the time, but it's really good to know what length it should be. But for me, this was a pretty good length, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the yarn off, and I'm going to insert the end into the loop, and I'm gonna pull through to secure it. And now I'm just gonna start crocheting on this side. Now, the way that I would start crocheting on the other side is like how I would start any other foundation row. I'm going to decide which side I want to be the back side. So because I have this seam of where I'm connecting the yarn every time I finish the round, I want this to be on the back. So I want this to be on the front. And so I'm just gonna insert my hook into the very edge of where I feel like the front starts. So right here, make sure you have both pieces of yarn on your hook, so this little V shape. And then I'm going to take my yarn, I'm going to create a slip knot just like before, and I'm going to insert it. So I'm going to put it onto the hook and I'm going to pull through, and then I'm going to chain one. And then I'm just going to continue crocheting all across this row. I'm going to be doing half double crochets again. Just crochet as if you were crocheting a panel instead of a loop. So again, remember not to go all the way around this time. So once you have crocheted your very first row, again, you're just going to treat this as if it were any other panel. So you're going to chain one, and then turn over, and then again just crochet on the front side of your sweater. Now make sure that you're having your dog try on the sweater, particularly in this stage. So for where the legs are gonna go, I have crocheted this amount. I'm still gonna do one more row, but make sure in your second to last row that you crochet a decrease. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. First, I'm going to insert my hook back in, and I'm going to crochet and start the row. So I already chained. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to yarn over, insert, pull through. Just do my half double crochets as normal. So I've crocheted a little less than halfway of this row, and this is where I'm going to do my decrease. I'm going to do what's called an invisible decrease. Basically, instead of beginning with a yarn over, you're going to insert your hook into just the first loop in here. So typically you would insert your hook into this V shape, but instead you're only going to insert into the first one that is towards you. You're going to yarn over and pull through, and now you have 2 loops on your hook. And then you're going to go into the next one, insert fully into the chain, pull through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and then pull through all 3. So this way you've effectively decreased your chain, and the reason that we want to do that is because your dog's neck, or their chest area, which is essentially where this is going to be, is thinner than their body. And so really the sweater is going to go into this trapezoidal shape, and this is what's going to help create that shape. So depending on how skinny your dog's neck or chest is, you might have to do more decreases. For me, I think just 1 decrease is fine because we're going to decrease more later. But for you, if your dog has a much smaller chest or neck in comparison to their body, then you might have to do more decreases on this final row. So once you've reached the end of your final row, do not snip off and do not start another one. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and you're actually going to go back to creating a chain on this side. Now, the chain that you're going to make here is once again going to be shorter than where you started at because your dog's body is slimmer near the top. So really there's multiple ways to do this. You could, one, just count how many chains you have here, and then when you chain them over here, just decrease that number. You could do it by feel. You could have your dog try on the sweater and just measure how much more you need to crochet to connect these pieces together. For me, I just did it by feel, so I had my dog try on the sweater, and that's how I determined how long the chain should be. So again, you're not gonna start another row, you're just gonna begin chaining as normal until you get your desired length. So for me, this is about how many chains I felt like it was necessary. You can see that this is shorter than the amount of chains that I initially had by about 3 or 4. And then just like how you started your initial body, you're going to just connect these two. So you're going to go all the way to the edge here. You're going to find the chain that you ended on, insert your hook, pull through, and then just create a slip chain. A slip stitch? Yeah, slip stitch. And so now this is what your body looks like. Again, be sure to keep having your dog try on your sweater as you crochet it. Once you have created your chain and you've looped all the way around, this is what your piece should look like. You can see that we're creating this trapezoidal shape as we are crocheting it. Eventually we will crochet a little piece here for where the dog's legs are gonna go, but right now we're just focusing on the body. At this point you can either keep going and decrease as need be or not decrease at all, again depending on your dog's anatomy. For me, I'm just going to crochet around 2 or 3 more rows and decrease by 1 each time. Finally, this is what your piece should look like, and all you have to do is crochet the little end piece for where your dog's legs are gonna go. You're gonna do this exactly the same way where we initially snipped our yarn and just crocheted as if we were going in a panel. And again, make sure to decrease a little bit as you go because you want your leg holes to slowly increase in size because of, again, the shape of your dog's anatomy. At this point, all you have to do is just weave in all your ends and you're done. Just make sure to put your sweater on your dog and make sure they're comfortable wearing it. See if there are any issues, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and if it was, please let me know if you decided to crochet this for your dog. I'd love to know how it went for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!